Alright, so now that we're going on to the next part, stage 3. I think it all makes sense now. Alright, so it's just some basic stuff. I think we'll switch up the team a bit. So now we have the Valvrays and Mikazuki. Might as well use Mikazuki, right? Nah, let's use Leisner. Welcome back, old friend. We'll also use Zigpay and Altair. Alright. Dark Angel at the mess hall. So Haza sent us to this world to get the Black Knights on our side. That's what I think anyways. I'm not so sure they can afford to help save another Earth from a catastrophe while they're busy staging a rebellion against Britannia. They're probably the ones that need our help. Well, I get where they're coming from, wanting to free the oppressed Japanese from Britannia's tyranny. But against a major power like that, the odds are pretty stacked against them. Speaking of, the Tana's crew is in the same boat. In fact, if you think about it, a lot of the people with us are in a similar situation. That's how it is for me too. And everyone is stacking Mori Academy and Sekiden too. And Atheron's had his position completely flipped around. Well, I don't regret my choices, even if it means I have people gunning for me now. If I had things my way, I'd want a base of sorts, somewhere that could be easily reached from all worlds, and harder for enemies to attack. A place like that sounds too good to be true. There's kind of one actually. Where? The boundary space that Haas is in. If we were able to move a large facility like, say, Module 27 there, then I think that'd make it a lot easier for us to react to any crisis any of the worlds might face, and it could serve as a hiding spot for those of us who are being pursued by others. A secret base in a different dimension? Sounds good to me. Well, I for one wouldn't want to be locked away in a place I know next to nothing about. It was just an idea, but there's a lot of things we'd have to figure out first, like securing a lifeline for supplies and figuring out some means of communication between Haza and Dido. Still, that doesn't mean there's a 0 chance of it ever happening. With a shared base, we go from super multinational organization to super multi-world organization. And would that organization still be named Londo Bell? Well, we're still kind of in the middle of figuring that one out. What do you mean? There's been a contest going on to decide a new name for us. You guys are welcome to participate too. Interesting. I'll give it some thought. Sekiden would hate having their name changed though. It's just meant to be like a general term kind of thing. Everyone's still going to keep their names. It'll be something like Londo Bell of the Discord Defenders. Discord Defenders? That was the name I came up with. That makes it sound like we're defenders of Discord. I think it's pretty fitting. I think it gives the impression that we protect the world from Discord and strife. I could appreciate that. Wow, you actually gave that some thought, didn't you? Either way, we're going to be holding off on announcing the results of the contest for a while. We've kind of got a lot on our plate right now. Yeah, it's not really the time to hold a meeting about that. At the Rock Highlands Bridge. The patrol unit has reported in. No signs of enemy units on our predicted course. If we continue at this pace, we'll arrive at the point 0 designated for us within 2 hours. Understood. Zero's been silent ever since we arrived here. I wonder if he's encountered some kind of trouble. Or he could be in the middle of preparing for a large-scale operation. Whichever it is... Hold up. Whichever it is... He's definitely going to try to use us for something. That is true. That is very true. Our boy Benkei already knows what Zero's up to. Which makes sense since... Well, it's Zero. We owe a debt to the Black Knights because of last time. It looks like he intends for us to pay it before conducting negotiations. Things are gonna get rough around here, huh? It's unavoidable. The organization most likely to cooperate with us right now are the Black Knights. I apologize. If our own situation wasn't so dire, you need to apologize for that. The power balance and military strength of this world is complicated. As outsiders, we never expected things to proceed as smoothly as we'd hoped. Not every country here is part of the UN. I'm sure there's no shortage of conflicts we aren't even aware of. Yes, and celestial beings' absence, no doubt, has had a great effect on that. They played the part of an antibiotic in this world, after all. However, antibiotics must be taken continuously to eradicate the infection. Otherwise, the bacteria will become resistant to it. I assure you, we're keenly aware of our responsibility, and that we failed our duty as celestial being. That's why we're planning an operation to flush out the traitor. But in our present situation, yes, we'll only enact the plan after we've averted the crisis Haza foresaw. This operation will be carried out by us, by Celestial being alone. It is so weird seeing such different character designs react. At the Viceroy's office. You seem to be a bit as busy as ever, brother. It's important for Britannia to take the initiative in the hastily formed United Nations, which means laying the groundwork is imperative. Now, have the otherworldly forces taken any action? All we know is that they appeared above the Pacific Ocean and then disappeared, possibly due to those particles. Why did they come to this world? And what is their ultimate objective? I'd very much like to ask them these things directly. They have some kind of connection with the Black Knights and have engaged our forces numerous times. And you want to sit them down for tea? It would be for the sake of our future, Cornelia, and it would make Yuffie happy as well. Hmm. At the bridge. We'll be arriving at the point zero designated shortly. I guess the Black Knights aren't going to be meeting us just yet. So do we just wait here until they contact us? Jeez. It's like calling someone up yeah, just because and then leaving them hanging. Multiple flying objects are approaching high speeds. They're approaching from an angle at 2 o'clock and 11 o'clock. I don't think they're coming after us. Still, there's a chance we could be spotted. Can you identify them? They're likely mobile suits, but... the targets have changed course. About half of them are heading towards us. Then they've noticed us. If they intend to engage, then we'll intercept. Yeah, they still using flags. Discord. Which reminds me, thanks Zalden for these translations. The approaching units are in axe. Does that mean these machines come from the AU? They're listed as belonging to PMC Trust, but the data says these units should have already been scrapped. Which means there's a reason these units are here. They didn't attack us just because they had to find us. Quite the opposite, in fact. They're attacking because we found them. Lieutenant Colonel Katsuragi, send out some high-speed area units to pursue the enemies that broke off from the others. Yes, sir. We will now destroy the enemy units in the combat zone. Commence the attack. Leisner. AG, my boy. Oh, I had missed you. Real quick, what are the objectives here? Oh, we're good. So they'll all probably go after AG real quick. Which will then let me map attack him with Kyo. Yep. Ah, come on. Dang it. Maybe time to start upgrading AG even more. At least killed one. It's always better to weaken them and then just pick them out. Thank you, Hollow Bolt Gravity. Then we just got these guys left over. Or this guy, to be exact. Oh, that's game. All enemy readings in the current battlefield have been disappeared, sir. We're going to change our position just to be on the safe side. Please inform the Black Knights. Roger. Report from the pursuit team. They've located a base and a large cultivation facility on an island. With those two things together, we could be dealing with a criminal organization. They could be growing the ingredients for narcotics on the island. We can't just ignore them if they're going so far as to utilize mobile suits. All ships, head for the island. Alright. Oh, Mr. Muragi, this is an illegal drug manufacturing facility, and they're clearly being backed by someone capable of supplying them with mobile suits. Taurus, demand that they disarm. Roger. This is their chance to run away. If they don't... Ouch. They've begun firing. Looks like they've ignored our demands. Begin our attack as well. Alright, so we just gotta kill them all. I prefer attacking multiples, since then I can weaken them, and then take them out for the next turn. They think they can fight. And the next turn they're dead. That takes care of them. He attacks Laser. Laser murders him. We're done. All enemy readings have disappeared from the battlefield. Captain Bright, would you mind letting us clean up things here? Very well. It's hard to imagine that there just so happens to be a place like this, so close to the point zero designated. It certainly wasn't coincidence. Yeah. Alright, let's finish this part off. Well, this stage off. Alejandro's office. After that, the London Bell forces released particles. We've not been able to track them since. It would appear the Thalamus has yet to come to terms with the situation they're in. Not only did they return with the Otherworlder force, they also acted as if they were the old celestial being. They still think of themselves as the embodiment of Aeolia's plan. But we cannot ignore the fact that they are working together with Lionel Bell now. Are you thinking to use their power to your own advantage? That's no way for the man who is to be the lead actor to fight against the world. Besides, the Britannian Emperor seems to still be unaware of my plan. The world will take its first steps towards unity, and it will be my hand that guides it. At the student council room. Yes, Shirley, I understand. I promise I'll make time for you. For now, just send Group B to the stage to help. Right. A simple school festival. At least if I make a mistake here, no one will die because of it. Nicely done as usual. You got everything on schedule, huh? I've learned how to manage people lately. Still, they seem so optimistic, don't they? Even while the world is wrought with uncertainty after the formation of the UN forces. It just goes to show, doesn't it? Festivals are necessary. For everyone, all the time. You've still got a lot to learn. Ha ha ha. I'll have to study harder then. Well, I've still got a few rounds to make, so keep up the good work. Heh. What is it, President? You have something to say? Lelouch? Ah, Natalie, what are your... It's been a long time, Lelouch. What? That's Euphemia. I can't believe you went out looking like that. What were you thinking? Well, naturally, I was wearing a disguise before I came here, but then Natalie recognized my voice. Good grief. There's a lot of trouble if someone notices you. But I can hear cheering over there, Lelouch. What's going on? They're making the 12-meter pizza everyone was talking about. They're using a nightmare to do it too. That Ganymede's pilot is Suzaki Kuruki. I was in charge of doing that last year, but I can't hold a candle to a real pro. Heh, today is full of surprises. I can't believe both you and Natalie were still alive, and are even friends with Suzaku. If the homeland finds out about us, we risk being targeted by the same people that killed our mother. You should know that we can't meet after this. It'll be fine. I found a solution for everything. That's why I came here to meet Suzaku. A solution? Yes, don't tell your sister, but Prince Schneizel... No, that's right. Would it be possible for me to meet with Princess Cornelia? And I prefer it to be just the two of us. Lelouch, could you be... Ah, here you are. Lulu, wait, But, Princess Euphemia! It's really you, Princess Euphemia. It's me, Nina. Damn, they're making a scene. Lelouch, take Natalie. I'll handle this myself. Sorry to leave you at a time like this. Heh. At the Black Knight submarine briefing room. I'm as surprised as anyone to see the third royal princess making an appearance at some random school festival. But is it really worth going through the trouble of making a live broadcast of the entire area? Apparently, she made the request herself. For what purpose? I'm sure she has something in mind. But just what could a sub-viceroy accomplish? I am Euphemia, the sub-viceroy of Area 11 of the Holy Britannian Empire. At Ashford Academy. Euphy, just what do you plan to say to the press? I, Euphemia Britannia, hereby declare the formation of the Special Administrative Zone of Japan and the area surrounding Mount Fuji. Huh? Within the Special Administrative Zone of Japan, 11s will be permitted to call themselves Japanese. What? Restrictions against 11s and special rights for Britannians will no longer exist within the zone. It will be a place where 11s and Britannians live side by side as equals. That's not going to end well. Britannia is recognized in Japan? A Special Administrative Zone of Japan. Stop this, Yuffie. I've already thought of through every detail of that scenario. It's nothing but an empty dream. Now that UN forces have been formed, the three major powers will focus on consolidating their internal power structure. The whole area could be wiped out on the pretense of being a hotbed for terrorists. Do you hear me, Zero? I don't care about your past, nor who you are underneath that mask. I beg you, join us in creating this special zone of freedom. Zero, help me build a new future with Britannia. I need your help. They're cheering so much, Lelouch. I'm finished. Either way I go, the Black Knights will break apart over this. The reason we exist has vanished. How could this have happened so easily? Lelouch? You think you can just take it all away from me like this? In this place where we can be ourselves? You know nothing. You understand nothing. I'm a terrorist who hides his face, and you... No. The past is dead and gone, Euphemia. Dang. He was pissed. Well, let's continue on. Oh boy, we know who that boss is. Hmm. At the Tokyo-san office. It's been 3 days since the Special Administration Zone Japan was announced. Have the rats hiding in Britannia poked their hands out? Or heads out? Yes, the organization is known as Kyoto by the terrorists, but publicly they're known as the NAC. You've already gathered the evidence of the secretaries that have received profit sharing bribes from them and removed the guilty parties. I see. There were more rats panicking about the Special Administration Zone than expected, but with this, things should now proceed smoothly. Yes, the terrorist operations that were receiving support from the NAC will now lose power, the Black Knights included. And now, most of what belongs to the NAC is in Britannia's hands. The Black Knights will lose their only reason for existing, but the very ground they stood upon is dead for them. Okay, at the mess hall. Ah, Haruto. I see you came over to our ship this time. Well, Elef said I should keep going to the Rock Island for periodic checkups, so... Right, yeah. You weren't looking too good the other day. Yeah. Anyways, what were you all talking about? About the announcement. It's causing a lot of after effects. The captains are also speaking to the Black Knights about it. Apparently they still can't decide if they should keep up the fight against Britannia or have faith in what Euphemia is promising. Feels like there's a princess in every world that can make miracles happen using nothing but their words. Along with people that want to take advantage of them. Ah, he's referencing Relina. Still, guys like us usually end up being convinced by words like those. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Speaking from personal experience? Well, it was mostly Hero that was convinced. I just kinda went along with it. Hey, so why is there such a connection... Sorry, so why is there such a commotion about what the princess said? How do I explain this? Okay, what would you do, what would you think if Drake said he wanted peace and would release all the areas he'd occupied? Oh, I wouldn't believe that for a second. It'd definitely be just a kind of trap. Then what if El Meli said it instead? Well, I might believe it then, but since Drake would still be around, I don't know. That's exactly the situation we're in the middle of right now. There's a lot of factors coming into play here. The Japanese naturally have their own feelings from the oppression they faced, but they also want to get everything back that was taken from them. But if there's a path we can take that means no one has to die, then I think we should take it. That's a very Japanese way of thinking, alright. As optimistic and passive as you'd expect. Don't say that. Haruto's country was invaded by Dorsia and forced into unconditional surrender. You can't blame him for thinking like that. Princess Euphemia isn't a representative of the Britannian Empire, however. She doesn't have the kind of political clout as someone like Princess of Salem. So her declaration could be overturned at any time, if someone with higher standing than her decides that. That's right. In fact, I'd say it's bound to happen. You're pretty harsh, you know that? I'd prefer you call it being realistic. And Camilla's right, and Princess Euphemia will be in just as difficult a position as Audrey is. Rock Islands Bridge. Tomorrow, I'll go to the opening ceremony of the Special Administrative Zone in response to Euphemia's summons. My forces will be keeping a close watch on the situation, where I'll require that you dispatch a team that's capable of acting covertly. as there is an extremely high probability that the ceremony is a trap laid by the Britannians. I want you to ready support for the Black Knights. In the event an emergency, withdrawal is required. Those are your conditions? Yes. After this incident is resolved, we will assist in averting your world's crisis. Understood. Then we will have the Oceans deploy, just like when we participated in the operation to rescue Toto and at Shikini Island. Right. We'll be counting on you. Lieutenant Colonel Katsuragi, it'll be up to you to decide who will be part of the dispatch team and to iron out the details of the operation with the Black Knights. Understood, sir. Are there any further questions? Do you support the Special Administrative Zone? It's intended to return the public rights that were stripped from the Japanese. After all, I have no doubt there are many in your organization that wish for exactly that. If Euphemia's claims are indeed true, then the Japanese would from then on be treated as equals. However, that would not mean Japan would regain its independence. Of course, I acknowledge this could potentially be the first step in laying the foundation to return Japan to what it once was, but that will all be made clear once I question Euphemia's true intentions. The real problem lies in my own geass. I came up with this operation planning to utilize it, but it's been harder to control lately. That's why I need to put Nobel to good use to ensure this uncertainty doesn't prove fatal. His decision is reasonable to be sure, but it's not like him. It's too cut and dry. So his real objective must be to... No. But that would be one of the worst moves he can make. Just what is he actually planning? If there are no more questions, then I bid you good day. There's going to be trouble for sure. Maybe I should only dispatch members that are capable of putting up a fight effectively on foot. We're at the Special Administrative Zone of Japan, the ceremony grounds. It's a good thing we only needed an ID check and a metal detector scan to get in. If they'd x-rayed me, they'd find out what I really was. Might want to keep that to yourself, don't you think, Hiroshi? The walls have ears, you know. Ah, good point. I'll be more careful. Anyways, there's a heck of a lot of Japanese here. I guess they've come thinking this will mean the end of all the hard times they've had to endure. Well, it's about time. Look, the Hawaiian's here. Yeah, it's starting. Welcome, Zero, to the Special Administrative Zone of Japan. Euphemia Britannia. I wish to request an audience with you. Just with me? Yes, with you alone. Princess Euphemia, it's too dangerous to meet with Zero alone. He could be carrying some kind of concealed weapon, or... You're welcome to scan me. You won't find anything, however. I expected as much. Now it's just the two of us. You honestly trust this man? At the very least, allow me to. It'll be fine. Please, watch over the parade. Yes, Your Highness. At the G1 base command room. Looks like all cameras are off now. You're so cautious. I never intended to have you recorded in the first place. It's because I've been hiding for so long. All thanks to a shattered empire, I'm afraid. Ah, I knew it was you, Lelouch. You're as perceptive as always. That's exactly why I wanted to avoid ever meeting you. Now that you've taken off your mask, does that mean you'll work together with me? No, I just wanted to see you in person one last time. This is a needle gun made out of ceramic and bamboo. Not something that could be discovered by a metal detector. Lelouch, you won't shoot me. That's right, I won't. You'll be the one doing the shooting, Yuffie. Huh? This ceremony is being broadcasted locally. This ceremony is being broadcasted globally. The world's going to see you, a Britannian's princess, shoot Zero. What do you think will happen then? Rioting would break out, I imagine. Right. Zero will become a martyr, tricked into a death trap, and instantly your popularity will hit rock bottom. What kind of nonsense are you saying? If you just help me with Japan, if you force it upon us from on high, then it's just as bad as Clovis was. All the conditions have been cleared. After hovering near death, Zero will be met with cheers when he makes a miraculous recovery. Because people don't give a damn about reason, but nobody can resist miracles. Now, take the gun. There can only be one Messiah, you understand. When the people realize that you're a false one, they'll... Ugh, God. This pain in my left eye, is it... Lelouch? Stop it. Stop giving me your pity. Spare me your charity. This is something I have to achieve on my own. And so for that, I shall stain your hands with blood, Euphemia Britannia. I've renounced that name. There will probably be a formal announcement from the homeland about any day now that I've given up my claim to the throne. But why? It isn't because you accepted zero, is it? Well, I have to pay the price for doing something so selfish, don't I? Those are the consequences. But I'm sure it won't be easy for you to give up, and I suppose you did it for my sake. Here. Oh, sorry. Heh. You're as conceited as you ever were. But no, I did it for Nunnally. Huh? We talked for a little while at the school festival. She said she doesn't need anything else so long as she can be with her brother. So just for that, you... Yes, just for that I made up my mind. It made me stop and seriously reflect on what was truly important to me in life. Do you understand, Lelouch? I'm not giving up anything that's significant meaning or worth to me. Yuffie, you're a fool. A true fool. I know I'm not as smart as you, Lelouch. I've never been able to beat you at games or studies. However, in your usual rash Yuffie fashion, you've managed to win it all. When I think of you, I don't visualize a sub-viceroy or princess. I just see the plain little Yuffie that I always have. Then will you join little Yuffie and help her? To me, you're the worst kind of opponent I could ever face. Lelouch. You win. I'll amend my plans to help out this special zone of yours, but not as your subordinate, of course. Alright, but you haven't got very much faith in me, have you? Hmm? Did you honestly believe that by simply threatening me, I would shoot you? Oh no, you've got it all wrong. When I really want people to follow my orders, they will not resist me. Whether it's shoot me, Grandpa Suzaku, any order at all. Oh, now you're just being silly. I'm serious. For example, if I told you to kill all the Japanese, it wouldn't matter how you felt about it. What? 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 You geassed her. Ah, no. No. I don't want to kill them. No. What? But I couldn't have. You're right. I had to kill all the Japanese. Ah, forget the order I just gave you, Yuffie. I'll have to use your needle gun. Oh, she takes the gun and runs off. Wait, Yuffie! Sub-Viceroy, we're Zero. I have a favor to ask for those who you call yourself Japanese. Could you all die, please? Hmm? What was that? The hell did that woman just say? I was hoping you'd all just commit suicide. But I suppose you can't, can you? Okay, soldiers, please kill the Japanese. Kill them all. She just shot someone in the audience. This really was a trap. Go on, soldiers. Do your duty. Hurry up. Princess Euphemia, what on earth's come over you? Please stop this at once. This is... She shot Darlton. She shot Darlton. What the heck? I'm sorry, but I can't let anyone get in the way of killing all the Japanese. Not Britannians. Kill the Japanese. What? They actually did this part in the game. I did not expect them to do this part. Bloodstained Yuffie, Chapter 91. Oh, dang. Dang. This is Sub-Viceroy's orders. Kill the 11s, all troops, and exterminate the 11s. This is Sakurugi, Honorary Knight of Britannia. Ceasefire at once. We've been ordered to kill all the Japanese here. Princess Euphemia issued the command herself. Princess Euphemia did? That's absurd. You're Japanese too, aren't you? Hmm? Damn it, there's just no way you can say them all. Stop your whining. We have come... Stop your whining. We have to rescue as many Japanese as we can. Well, why is this happening? What have they been saying on the communications we intercepted? They're saying that Princess Euphemia herself killed one of the Japanese in the audience. The Britannian knights stationed around the area are slaughtering them by her order. Why is she trying to intensify the hatred? This is too much to bear. Captain, we have a transmission from Colin Kozuki. Explain the situation, Colin Kozuki. Is Zero unharmed? I've been looking for him, but I still haven't. Mr. Gawain, I'm shocked. I didn't think you'd go this far. It wasn't me. What? I didn't use my geass, or should I say, I didn't mean to use it. I see, so his geass has... I know there were risks when we made our contract. You told me how dangerous this power could be, nonetheless. Now that it's come to this, our only option is to exploit Euphemia to the utmost. That's the least we could do. This is my orders, all Black Knights. Euphemia has become our enemy. The Special Administrative Zone of Japan was a cowardly trap designed to lure us in. All armored autonomous battle knight units, advance on the ceremony grounds, wipe out all the Britannian forces, and save the Japanese. Hurry! And Euphemia must be found and killed. It was a trap all along. They were deceiving us from the start. They won't get away with this. Colin, we'll handle the area over there. Roger. Hiroshi, thank goodness you're okay. We've taken care of the knights that were on foot. The nightmares are all that's left. We can't stop them on our own. There's still some Japanese on the grounds. If we don't send everyone out now, we won't be able to save them. There's no time to explain everything. Commander Shima, I need your help to save the Japanese. Understood. Deploy all units at once. An airship? When did that get here? Ah, don't let them near Princess Euphemia. Oh, dang. They're all right next to... This will be tough. So we gotta figure out how to get through this. I do like the fact they're at least taking advantage of the fact that they have units that would normally, you know, what's called? Anyways, I do like the fact that they have units that they're taking advantage of the fact they have units that can actually fight on foot, like Devilman and G. Of course, they couldn't send out Guy since he's a cyborg for now, so he evolves and becomes Evil Looter Guy. It's better to attack them from ranges. But wow, they actually did it. This game is not holding its punches with its events. They really want Zero dead. Almost there. Dang, the one time I don't choose any of my Axel users, it bites me in the neck. Yeah, Lelouch should be able to finish those guys off right there. There we go, now we're starting to distract enemies. And then Lelouch should be able to finish these guys off right here. That's game. The Avalon is on its way 0. We will attempt to intercept it. We will likely be able to prevent all the Nightmare frames from launching. Understood. We'll handle them. Time to go up against the Lancelot. I feel so bad for Code Geass. Its main thing is the Lancelot. Its main mascot mech, but it's always on the enemy side. Only in Operation Extend where it was the only time it was, you know. Yeah, Operation Extend's the only time it was playable the entire time. Damn Euphemia. This was all just an ambush. Suzaku. Damn it, I don't have time to deal with them right now. Where's Yuffie? So all Black Knights, continue eliminating the enemy nightmares. Bro, the nightmare frames are fast. Good. Meg will be able to destroy all of them. Then Hito will be able to manage and destroy the rest of those right there. Because they're gonna all attack him anyways. Yep. They'll all attack Hito Yui himself. And now we just finished them off. I won't be able to go look for Yuffie if I go down here. That's all of them. 0, we've taken out the nightmares in this area. We've dispatched the ones here as well. Then we'll call the Oceanus and retreat. Kill them all. Kill all the Japanese. One still here? Just stop it. Are you Japanese? Hanstelin, I am Euphemia Lee Britannia. The princess is piloting it? Then I'll avenge everyone right here. Wait, I'll deal with her. Glasgow can't. You defy in Japanese. She's still trying to fight back. Even on foot? What do we do, 0? Take her prisoner or... There's no point in doing that anymore. Dang, this game does not pull its punches when it comes to story, but it's using actual events. You'd expect it to be like a crossover would take advantage. Oh, I thought you were one of the Japanese. So I was thinking, we could run the special administration so Japan together. Wait, Japan? Yes, I would have liked to do that. You and I together. Huh? But why? Lelouch? Goodbye, Yuffie. You might have been the first person I ever loved. Alright, we're at the briefing room. It was about as bad as it could get, but we managed to keep Mr. Kirihara safe. Then I'll make sure the people of Kyoto know that. Were you the one that uploaded that footage onto the net? Of course I was. I don't know how Zero managed to do it, but it was a better plot than anything I could have ever concocted. If the special zone actually worked out, then I could have lived together with Chigusa, but not anymore. The worst Princess Euphemia. Zero shot her, but the White Helm showed up and carried her away. Is that so? Well, that makes it for a rather dramatic ending, I'd say. And then at the bridge. I could never have imagined the sheer insanity Princess Euphemia would resort to. I was foolish to have believed her, even for a moment. What we witnessed was Euphemia's true nature. I'm afraid I'll need your help with the next operation if I am to prevent the casualties from going even further. We had intended to proceed to the next world as soon as we'd heard from Haza. Yes, I took that into account for this request. Assuming the operation succeeds, Area 11 will be secure, and that will allow me to provide even more support for you. You sound like you already have it all planned out. I do, so I'll make this brief. There's something I'd like to be sure of first. What is it? Are you truly prepared for what you're about to do? You're asking me that now? I've been prepared for a long time. As one willing to pull the trigger. I see. You're a strong one, Zero. Did you ask that so I consider stopping? To maybe question my resolve? If so, then you're too late for that. This duty has already been made my own, and if I'm to ever atone for what I've done, then I must continue to carry this sin with me, starting with the declaration. Back at that place, the camp ceremony grounds. People of Japan, and all who are oppressed by the Empire of Britannia, listen well. Euphemia is a symbol of Britannia's hypocrisy, a murderer cloaked in the flag of a nation. I hereby declare our independence from Britannia, but don't take this to mean the resurrection of your fallen nation. We will not turn back the hands of time. The new Japan we go on to build shall be one broad enough to accept all people, histories, and ideologies, where the strong shall not reign over the weak, and it shall be called United States of Japan. Dang. It actually went through with the Euphemia part of her being a murderer. I was hoping they'd avoid it, or let Yuffie live somehow. But oh well, what's done is done. Till next time.